Step 1. Register for GST. 1. If you haven't already registered for GST, you will need to do so on the GST portal, www.gst.gov.in. 2. Click on Services, and then Registration, and follow the prompts to register your business. 2. You will need to provide your PAN, permanent account number, email address, mobile number, and other business details. 3. Once you have completed the registration, you will receive a GST registration number, GSTIN, and a login ID and password for the GST portal. Step 2. Collect invoices. 1. You will need to collect invoices for all goods and services purchased or sold during the tax period, usually a month. 2. Make sure the invoices contain all required information such as GSTIN, invoice number, date, name and address of supplier, buyer, and details of the goods or services. Step 3. Prepare returns. 1. GST returns are filed on a monthly or quarterly basis, depending on the turnover of your business. 2. To prepare your returns, you can use a software tool such as Tally or QuickBooks, or you can manually enter the information on the GST portal. 3. You will need to enter details of your sales, purchases, and GST paid and collected during the tax period. Step 4. Verify details. 1. Before submitting your returns, make sure to verify that all details are correct and accurate. 2. Check that the GSTIN of your suppliers and buyers are correct, and that the amounts entered are accurate. Step 5. Submit returns. 1. Once you have verified all details, you can submit your returns on the GST portal. 2. Log into the portal and click on Returns, and then File Returns. 2. Select the tax period and fill in the details. 3. You will also need to pay any GST due for the tax period, which can be done through the GST portal using net banking or a debit, credit card. Step 6. Follow up. 1. After submitting your returns, keep track of any errors or notices that may be issued by the GST department. 2. If you receive a notice, make sure to respond within the specified time period and take any necessary action. In summary, the steps to file GST in India are: register for GST, collect invoices, prepare returns, verify details, submit returns, and follow up on any notices or errors. It's important to stay organized and keep accurate records to make the GST filing process as smooth as possible. Step 1. Log into the GST portal. 1. Log into the GST portal, www.gst.gov.in, using your registered login ID and password. Step 2. Select the GST return form. 1. Once you are logged in, select the appropriate GST return form for the relevant tax period. 2. GST returns can be filed on a monthly, quarterly or annual basis, depending on the turnover of your business. Step 3. Fill in the details. 1. Fill in the details required in the GST return form. 1. These details include: details of outward supplies, sales, made during the tax period. Details of inward supplies, purchases, made during the tax period. Input tax credit, ITC, details. Tax payable details. Other relevant details. Step 4. Verify the details. 1. After filling in the details, review and verify that all the information is accurate and complete. 2. Make sure that all the details provided are correct, such as GSTIN of the supplier, buyer, invoice number, tax amount, etc. Step 5. Submit the GST return. 1. Once you have verified all the details, you can submit the GST return form. 2. Click on the Submit button to submit the GST return. Step 6. Payment of tax liability. 1. If there is any tax liability to be paid, make sure to pay it before submitting the return. 2. You can make the payment using the GST portal through net banking, debit, credit card, or other modes of payment. Step 7. File the return using DSC or EVC. 1. After submitting the return, you need to file it either by using Digital Signature Certificate, DSC, or Electronic Verification Code, EVC. 2. DSC is an electronic form of signature used to authenticate electronic documents, while EVC is a code sent to your registered mobile number for authentication. Step 8. Download the acknowledgement receipt. 1. Once the return is filed and verified, download the acknowledgement receipt for your records. 2. The acknowledgement receipt will contain details such as the GSTIN, tax period, return filing date, and a unique reference number. In summary, to file GST return in India, you need to log into the GST portal, select the appropriate GST return form, fill in the details, verify the details, submit the GST return, pay the tax liability if applicable, file the return using DSC or EVC, and download the acknowledgement receipt. It is essential to ensure that all the details provided are accurate and complete, to avoid any penalty or legal action.